Okay. All right, go ahead.
Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, that's a cool Asura picture.
Oh, okay, cool picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we will quickly go through here. Well, in this book, right, there are 20 books, and that means 20 file. Each file is we call book, one book. So book one, we have chapter one, and they are contain of 5 volumes. They come from the Chinese version. So that means they have in the Sanskrit they have 80 volumes, right? 45 chapters, but they translated into only 39 chapters, but include the universal conduct Bodhisattva vow, that's the 40. That is the 40. So chapter 2, we have volume 6. Chapter 3, we have 7, volume 7, part 1. And chapter 4, we have volume 7, part 2. And chapter 4, we have volume 8 to 10. So basically, and we're going to learn the table of content. Before we start chapter 1, we learn a little bit about preliminary to this sutra, Avatamsaka Sutra, an introduction, and the chapter 1, the wondrous adornment of the ruler of the world. And after that, we will learn into brief introduction to, okay, for the whole sutra, for this whole sutra. The Buddha spoken the Dharma right after he attend the enlightenment, the Buddhahood, right? So the first 21 day he spoke this sutra, the adornment flower, the flower adornment sutra, for the 21 day, and this sutra contain about 45 chapter, and but only 39 chapter can be translated, which equate to 80 volume in the Chinese version.
Why could only 39 be translated, Tai?
That's a good idea. Maybe not all the book were brought to the China.
Hmm.
That means some of the books still remain in the India.
And even to this day,
Yeah.
is anyone working on completing it?
Maybe, but and you remember that in the 12th century, right? The Muslim, they the one who destroy the Nalanda University of Nalanda, and that university have all the important books. Maybe some those books is in that university library,
Hmm.
and if those books is destroyed, and maybe it we don't know. They still can we be able to find those chapters in India? We don't know.
Hmm.
Mhm. Even the master, I forgot, the one who went to India and to bring all the Mahayana Sutra. I forgot his name in English. Okay, let wait for me 1 minute. I have it here. I have it here. Because I teach the kid. I should have that here. Okay. Give me 1 second. The consonant only. Yeah. um. Sometimes it's hard to remember the English name, right? Okay, here. The consonant only school, right? Come from the Bodhisattva Maitreya. And the next one is Bodhisattva and Sangha. That is the 5th century. The next one is the Bodhisattva Vasabandhu, right? The next one is the Resacha Salabhadra, 6th century. And this is the one. This is the Tripika uh, Sun Sen or Sen, right? This is the one. Yeah. This is the one that he make the vow. He want to go to India and bring all the whatever he had from the Mahayana Sutra back to China. So that's why we have a lot of Mahayana Sutra due to him. And maybe even that it's still not all complete of the Flower Dome Sutra.
I wonder if in a cave somewhere not too far from Nalanda, there's some like hidden sutras of
Maybe,
monks able to
maybe.
escape and protect some of them.
Yeah, that's true. The spirit, the god, or the dragon, they still protected, but maybe wait for the right time, the right moment. But hardly nowadays, those sutra is easily be able to because we don't have the well, we don't know the one who really devoted to practice the Mahayana Sutra, right? And that's why it's not easy to have that book. And in the past, we have a lot of devoted cultivator or the good cultivator with the wholehearted, and they are fully respect and honor the Dharma, right? That's why they be able to have all the connection to the Dharma. Yeah. Okay. Now go back to here. Let me close this. Maybe I hope that explains some, right?
Mm-hmm.
With introduction to 7 plates, so this sutra, it only the Buddha spoke well, most of in this sutra, Buddha is very rare speaking the Dharma. All the Bodhisattva and different assembly of God spirits is the one who do the speaking the Dharma. And the Buddha did be there to witness. And you know what does that mean? All those assembly together, it's showing how powerful Buddha is. It's unbelievable. And in this sutra, they're talking about a various state of the person. Uh, that means the different enlightenment, right? Attainment for the different result. And that's why until up to Buddhahood. So that's why it demonstrates how the Buddha is so powerful and wonderful. And his wisdom is beyond. No one can compare. And his blessing is no one can compare. And that's why in this sutra, Buddha rarely speak. Let the Bodhisattva and all the other assembly perform the speaking. And before each Bodhisattva speak the Dharma, the 2 out of 10 direction of all Buddha, they also appear to serve, to certify for that Bodhisattva to give the power to that Bodhisattva to be able to speak the Dharma. Yeah, that in this sutra, that's how it works. It's totally different from most of the other sutra. Because this sutra, if we're talking about the universe. We don't know cosmos. We're talking about the Bodhisattva path. We're talking about the different level of the cause and effect. And we're talking about the different state of achievement, attainment, right?
Hi, is it thought that the Buddha later described this to the disciples, since it must have been like passed on, right? Or it was, it was said to be rediscovered by that that master in the Dragon King's palace.
Right, right.
That
is the dragon tree, right? The dragon tree patriarch, the 14th Zen master patriarch.
So then it must have been like written down by someone at some point. So is it thought that the Buddha later explained this to his disciples, that 21-day period, what was happening during it?
No, the sutra were written down. All the thing happen in the sutra. That means whoever speaking the Dharma, that's how they written at ease, at ease.
Who wrote it down?
We don't know who wrote it down.
Okay, but it was at the time in that 21 days is when it was initially written down.
But
It was
no. At that time, there ain't no written form. It's
so
written form in the leaf, in the tree, in the on the wood, right? No paper form. Actually, yeah, it's written now in the wooden piece. You know how that worked, right? In the old day,
written down in, you said, in pieces?
in the piece of wood,
Oh, okay.
right?
No, would they just use a chisel?
Yeah, this is the old day how the Chinese did. Uh, I think. Uh, the classic Chinese. Written format, right? I hope I don't. Yeah, they usually, but in the old day they don't have paper. What they do, they write all this thing on the wood. But the wood they go like this. They go by small wood. They go together. They roll it. In the written on the wood, the rolling wood, I guess. Now this, you see that? Yeah, that is the rolling wood. That and they each one of them they have the small rectangle wood, and they all connected just like the rolling. And that's how they stored it in the library, in their own library.
Okay.
It's a lot of wood. Imagine this book. It's a lot of wood. And when the dragon tree, right? He went down to the dragon palace. He memorized it. And when he got back to the human world, he write down maybe at that time they in the I think that were about I'm not too sure. Um, maybe let me see the let me see let me see when the dragon tree patriot appear in the world. Huh? Okay. Okay. No. Give me 1 second. Okay. Alright. Okay, let me see the year. Do they have the year? Um, hmm, they don't. Okay, hold on. I want to see the year. Maybe they have the year in here. Okay, let me see what year was that. Mm, mm, no year. Oh, yeah. Năm thù những bộ. Oh no, this is year for this person, not the year for him. Oh, xuất hiện in the first century, around the first century,
Okay.
BC.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Well,
no, it's not BC. I mean AD, AD, right? AD. So that's about first century. I don't know when the paper, okay, uh, written form in the first century, right? I want to see what did that look like. Or maybe some kind of wood, maybe not, not the paper yet.
mhm.
I want to see when the paper invented. When paper invented, were invented. The Chinese
Oh
in
yeah,
the
so right there, around just at the beginning of the second century.
uh-huh, beginning second century, right? So maybe around there, maybe he'll be able to write down somewhere, right? Should be around there. Mm. And he'd write down. Mm. Mm. Okay, that's good. Then yes, he wrote as much as he can the 45 chapter. That's why we know there are 45 chapters, right? Originally 45 chapter, and somehow we have 40 chapters nowadays.
That is superhuman memory.
Yeah, actually Ananda, right?
Yeah.
He and you know what the Manchuri Bodhisattva praising the Ananda, Venerable Ananda, said that his memory is just like ocean. Whatever go into him, it never lost.
Mhm.
That's super.
Yeah.
More than our computer nowadays, right? Our computer have limitation, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, depending on how many, terabytes you can store. But there's
But
some,
but you still have number, right?
yeah.
But to the Bodhisattva, they have no number.
Mm.
That a bit different. But that's very good, right? So we can use the material to symbolize or to explain how the Bodhisattva memory work, right?
Hmm.
They be able to have that much. And the memory or the storage of computer, it come from human, right? Because we are the one who invent them. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Anyway, so that's good. That's a good question. Now we go back to here, and in the seven different places, they are both in human world and also in the heaven world. And heaven world, usually we're talking about the desire realm. The first six heaven world, right? You remember that, right? Do you?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. And there there were nine different assembly. Maybe Bodhisattva, heaven, many different group of spirits, all kind of group of spirits. Not only one group, but many group. Um, and 39 chapter. Okay, 39 chapter out 45 chapter. Okay.
Regarding the assemblies in the human world, since the Buddha during these 3 weeks was uh, under the Bodhi tree, right? Didn't he sat for, was he
No,
sat for
47 week of Bodhi tree.
what?
He sat under the Bodhi tree for 7 weeks,
For 7 weeks.
49 days.
But after enlightenment, wasn't it 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. That's right.
And then how could there be lectures given in the human world during that time if he didn't leave the area? Did people come? Because I don't think people came to
Oh, no,
him.
no, no, no. This is not for the audience, is not the people.
Okay, so they came to where he was. The spiritual beings came to where he
Yeah.
was in
This
the.
is for the audience, is for the Bodhisattva.
Okay.
This is not for that's why after he attended enlightenment. And that means he said that to himself. He said that I just discovered, right? The most profound Dharma is beyond human, beyond the common people, even the heaven being to be able to understand. Even the sound here, that means the Alahat or the Pasika Buddha, they cannot be able to hear it. Therefore, he performed this teaching for the Bodhisattva. And of course, in his teaching, there are many groups. They come together. Those include the heaven being. The heaven being, they have spiritual power. Of course, they be able to come down to the world and listen to the Dharma.
Okay.
Remember, the Buddha lifespan, he can the time, right? He can make it long or short, up to his will. No problem. But it will not affect on the human time and space. That is beyond our thinking. To us, 21 days, not long, right? But it's enough for him to do all these 40 chapters, 45 chapters. Um, okay. Um, um, okay, go ahead and you do okay, what happened? Okay, go ahead, read the first assembly discourse.
The first assembly discussed faith in causes and effects.
What does that mean?
Um, so we talked about this last time, and the faith that, because we talked about, was it the causes and effects giving rise to the faith,
Mhm.
or was it having faith in the law of cause and effect?
No, they come from the cause and effect from other people practice. Many different groups, right? They are the one who demonstrate the enlightenment. But there are many different enlightenment. For example, you be able to achieve certain spiritual power, right? Those are also enlightenment for well, that within your expertise. So there are many groups of spirits. In the first chapter, they are the one who demonstrate. They are the one who spoke the Dharma from their own experience. And that's why we, based on those cause and effects, we be able to have faith in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Mm. Go ahead.
From the second to the sixth assembly, it discussed differences in the causes and effects. The seventh assembly discussed equality of the causes and effects.
Do
The
you
eighth assembly,
understand the second to sixth?
I think I have some understanding of it. I'm not sure that it's the complete and correct one, but from what it sounds like is there, you know, someone may need a different cause in order to get the same effect of, say, becoming established on the Buddha way, because their ignorance is different. So the causes need to be balanced to the condition. So that would be my hypothesis. I could think more about it, but I'm not sure exactly what the title denotes for that one.
Maybe well, certain people they practice certain Dharma, they have a certain result, right? And but each one of them, the final result where they also in life, right? But in life within based on their practice. Just like when we have sickness, right? Everyone have a different sickness. Depend on what we what is our problem. We take the proper medication, right? Then the result is the same result. That means we are healed. That means we are fix. We'll be able to fix our problem, right? So in the same way here, no, not very similar, but it this one here depend on what you practice, and those practice will lead you to certain enlightenment. And each one, when they practice differently, they also lead to the different enlightenment. That's why we say that different in the cause and effect, right?
Mhm.
Mm. So we can learn different Dharma practice, and we will see the different result in that way, right? So that's how we, oh, okay, then depend on the interest of each one, we can pick the right one to practice for ourselves. Mm. All right, the seventh assembly discuss the equality of the cause and effect. Um, and this is, I'm not too sure, but I think that when you look at the cause, you already see the effect right away. just like the one who, I'm not too sure. So the Dharma body, maybe, right? When because the cause and the effect is also within the Dharma body. They cannot be go out of the Dharma body because the Dharma body is basically the embody of the universal law, right? From the universal law, you just like every country they have a constitution, right? They have the book of the constitution, book of the law, and if anyone who commit criminal, right, crime, and go to court, the judge will look at the cause. They already know the effect, yeah, because that is the book written like that. Okay, if you commit this kind of crime, you will have 10 years in prison. So it's the same thing from the universal law, right? It already have both cause and effect at the same time. If we do this, we will receive it right away. Well, not right away, but that's what you're going to have. Maybe I hope I explain in that way.
Mhm.
It give you, and that's why the equality, that means no bias, right? No bias in the cause and effect. And also it means no one govern this law, not even the Buddha. The Buddha have nothing to do with this law. That means he not the one who govern this. The universe law is the law of the universe. Even the Buddha appear or not appear in this world, the law is still working. That's why we say equality. It's different from other religion. They talking about the creator. Don't you see any equality in there?
Mhm.
No.
No, not between the creator and the created.
Yeah, creator, there's no equality. That is the big difference between Buddhism and non-Buddhism. And the karma come from us, right? There's no one govern that. The law of karma, it govern that by itself. Just like when you hit the bell, you will hear when you go to the cave, right? And when you say something inside the cave, you hear the echo by itself. Hmm. Okay, the eighth assembly. What do you think? Read that.
Discussed achieving the conduct of causes and effects.
Hmm?
Last time, I thought this signified that when one becomes aware of causes and their effects, then it will change their behavior. They'll be mindful of the fact that their actions will lead to certain effects, and that would induce a certain sort of conduct. But again, I haven't read the chapter yet, so just from the title is what it implies to my understanding.
This one right here, I am not too sure either. We have to read the chapter clearly and to see how they explain in the commentary, right? And we will understand better. But um, I think it's in order for anyone to attend, the last one is the ninth assembly. That means attending, right? That means the one who really attend the all certified, right? Oh, not certified, but attending the Dharma, the Dharma that they practice, the method that they are using to so they attend um some kind of result. from that practicing of the method of the Dharma. And before the one previous, that means the eighth assembly here, achieving the conduct of the cause and effect. I think it's before you attend, you have to practice and to become fluent, right? Fluent or mastering the conduct, mastering the Dharma, right? When you master the Dharma, doesn't mean that you are attaining the Dharma. Is, is that true?
Well, maybe it's not until you've totally mastered it that you could say it's attained.
Just like the one who practice martial art, right? At the beginning, right, they have to learn the technique, they have to learn the stroke, they have to learn the different style, right? And they
Mhm.
have to memorize it, and they have to practice very diligently and for a while they become very fluent. But they still have to follow the technique. They have to still need to, but they that means they know it by heart, right? They just do it. But that is maybe that mastering achieving the conduct. But to the point that means when things happen, they do it naturally without thinking. That's what they achieve. That's what they attain. Yeah. That means it's they that practice a part of their nature. They no longer move by the memory, but they move by their own instinct, right?
Mhm.
Mastering doesn't mean that you move by your instinct. You master it maybe by memory or by uh, memory by heart. But when you move it by your from your instinct, that means that is a part of your own nature. This is what we that is I think that's what we call attaining, I guess.
Okay.
We can learn more into it later on. Yeah, maybe a few years later. By the point we get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we already know this is the ninth assembly that's described for the whole sutra. And now we learn a little bit more. Okay, go ahead.
The first assembly has 11 volumes. It brings out the wonderful results that yield faith. Section. From the second assembly to the seventh assembly, there are a total of 41 volumes. Cultivation of causes corresponding to the effects that yield liberation. Section. The eighth assembly has 7 volumes. The cultivation of the Dharma that leads to achieving right conduct. Section. The ninth assembly has 21 volumes, according to the causes and practices to attain virtue. Section. And then the first assembly at the site of the Bodhigaya. This assembly discussed in these 6 chapters the wondrous ruler, the wondrous adornments of the rulers of the world, the manifestations of the thus come one, universal worthies samadhi, the coming into being of worlds, the flower store sea of worlds, Vairochana.
And this number represents for the chapter number. One, that means chapter one. Two, that means chapter two. And three, that means chapter three, and so on. Okay. Um, okay. So this is in the human world, right?
Okay.
Hmm. Oh, sorry. Okay.
The second assembly was at the site of the Universal Light Bright Palace. This assembly discussed in 6 chapters: the chapter of the names of the thus come ones, the chapter of the 4 holy truths, the chapter of the light enlightenment, the chapter of the bodhisattvas asks for clarification, the chapter of the pure conduct, the chapter of the worthy leader. Above are the 12 chapters of the wonderful Dharma teachings in the human world.
Mhm.
The third assembly was at the Hall of Surpassing Wonder Palace in the Triastrimsha, heaven. The chapter of the ascent to the summit of Mount, this assembly also discussed in these 6 chapters, the chapter of the ascent to the summit of Mount Sumeru, the chapter of the praises at the summit of Mount Sumeru, the chapter of the 10 dwellings, the chapter of the Brahma conduct, the chapter of the merit and virtue from first beginning, bringing forth the mind, the chapter of the understanding dharmas. The fourth assembly was at the Palace of Jewels Adornment in the Suyama heaven. This assembly discussed in these 4 chapters: ascending to the Suyama heaven palace, praises in the Suyama heaven palace, the 10 conducts, the 10 inexhaustible treasuries. The fifth assembly was at the all-wonderful Jewels Palace in the Tusita heaven. This assembly discussed in these 3 chapters: the ascending to the Tusita heaven palace, praises in the Tusita heaven palace, the 10 transferences. The sixth assembly was at the Mani Jewel Store Palace in the Self-Mastery Over Others Transformations heaven. This assembly only discussed in this 1 chapter. Chapter 10 Grounds. Above are the 14 wonderful Dharma chapters mentioned in the Desire Heaven realm.
Mm.
The seventh assembly was at the Universal Light Bright Palace. This assembly discussed these 11 chapters. In these 11 chapters, the 10 samadhis, the 10 penetrations, the 10 patiences, asamkayas, lifespans.
Good, stop right here. Do you see the something similar here that you seen in the past in the previous
The
slide?
Universal Light Bright Palace, that's a location that I think was where the second
Yeah,
assembly was.
this is the human world, right? Yeah, this is
This
the
is the
human
human
world.
world. And that's something that brings a question to my mind, because the location of Bodh Gaya, where the Buddha was sitting, that makes total sense,
Mhm.
because the Buddha didn't physically leave. But if it's in the human world and it's at the Universal Light Bright Palace, is the Universal Light Bright Palace kind of sounds like it's in a heaven.
No, this is a different location in the human world. Yeah, it sounds like in the heaven, but it actually it's in the human world.
So like, was the Buddha's consciousness present there, but not his physical body? Or like the Buddha's
No,
spoke?
actually, I don't think he leave his body. His body is still in the body tree, body under body tree. Uh, but uh, but his transformation body, I think, it's in all this place at the same time. Right?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think he move. Remember, Buddha don't. They don't go and they don't come and go, right?
Mm-hmm.
They no come and go. That's what we call touch come one. Uh, touch come one. That means they no come and go. That's why the Dharma body and the transformation body, that whole meaning of that, right?
Mm.
Okay. It's just like the reflection of the moon, right? In the water, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So there is no come and go because the moon, when you see the river, 100 river, you will see 100 moon. It doesn't mean that one moon go and make 100 moon up, go inside to 100 river. No, there no come and go. But it's just a reflection. The Dharma body and the transformation body, it works just like that. So the transformation body is just a reflection of the Dharma body. Uh, I hope that explains.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
uh. And the name of the place, yeah, it's similar into the heaven world, but it's not in heaven world. Remember, we in the human world we have a lot of good the spiritual place, because we are the naked eye, we cannot see it.
Mm.
It doesn't mean it's not there, right?
Yeah.
Because our heavy karma it block us from seeing it. Okay.
Bodhisattva's dwelling places, the Buddha's inconceivable dharmas, the sea of the marks of the thus come one's 10 bodies, the light of the merit and virtue of the thus come one's fine characteristics, universal worthy's conduct, the thus come one's appearance. The eighth assembly was at the Universal Light Bright Palace. This assembly only discussed in this one chapter, leaving the world. The ninth assembly was in the Jeddah forest. This assembly only discussed in this one chapter, entering the Dharma realm.
So look like this the eight and the nine also in the human world.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Just forest, right? Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay, that is the 39 chapter already, right? So so
Yes.
what did we learn from all this thing here?
Well, we have the layout of what was discussed by these 9 assemblies and where it was discussed.
The seventh place, right?
Mm-hmm.
The seventh place for where the nine assembly spoken the Dharma. Uh, and um, and under each assembly, we also know the list of chapter, yeah, that each of the list of chapter belong to each assembly, right? Okay. All right. Let okay. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right. Okay, uh let me see. Okay. Let's do this. All right. I forgot to okay. Hold on. Let me quickly do this one here. Let me okay. Okay. Now you can read it. Go ahead and read this one right here.
Explaining the 8 classes of divinities, the 4 kings, the 8 classes of divinities means Asura king, Garuda's king, Kinara's king, Mahoraga's king, Yaksha king, Kumbanda king.
The other two. Let me see. The other two. Uh who bunch king. I think I have the name somewhere. Who bunch king. But, and okay, the Dragon King. Um, no, Kantaba King. Oh no. Okay, okay, okay. This is. Okay, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me see. Long Vương. Okay, Long Vương. Okay, okay. I think. Okay, hold on. This my mistake. Oh, I'm so busy. I forgot. I do. Okay, give me 1 second. This will be the Dragon King. Okay, okay, hold on. Okay, there the Dragon King. Okay. Um, Not the Dragon King, and this will be number 7. Ubancha. Okay. Number 8, this is the one. Okay. Mm, okay. Do you know what is this or this 8? Class?
I think, yeah, I think I can explain these 8. The Asuras are heavenly beings that have that are always they're warring with the people in the heavens. They have similar blessings, but they don't have the same degree of power. So they're always trying to overthrow the heavens. The men are generally kind of ugly, and the women are exceptionally beautiful, and they just enjoy fighting a lot. Garudas have the wings like a bird, a torso like a man, and a face like a bird. And their wingspan is thought to be like a couple miles long. And they actually hunted dragons. So they would use their wings to blow away the sea to reveal dragons hiding underneath the sea. Like that's how big Garudas were.
Mm,
In the Mahasamaya Sutra, they talk about the dragons coming to the Buddha to ask for protection from the Garudas.
mm,
Kinaras, they have, like, as I recall, heads like humans, but legs like birds. And I think upper torso and arms like humans. And they really enjoy, I believe it's dancing. I think the Gandharvas enjoy playing music, and the Kinaras enjoy either dancing or singing.
okay, let me see. Okay, here. They are described as part of human, part of bird, and have strong association. Let's see. Mm, mm. With music and love, right?
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. All right. What about the other one?
Um, so the Gandharvas are very similar to the Kinaras in that the music part. They look a little different though. It's kind of hard to describe what the Gandharva looks like. Mahoraga is one I do not remember. I remember Yakshas and Kumbanda demons.
Um,
I'm getting all these cartoon results.
oh no, this is not the one in Buddhism. Okay, I will translate the Vietnamese into this later on. Okay, let's do this. But you know, this 8 here. What is that? Why it's so important in the Buddhism?
Oh, so these are different divisions of beings, and you can have Dharma protectors in any of these divisions.
Well, they are a lot of them. No, not a lot, but some of them is the Dharma protector, right? And in each of this, they also have good and bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the human,
Yes.
we have good people and bad people. So, but the good one is usually they are the Dharma protector. Okay, so they are 8 class of divine Dharma protector, right? Um, okay. Now let let's learn about the Asura king and how and Asura, right? The class of Asura in
Mhm.
general. I translate all this thing already. So it will take maybe more than one section to finish. Oh, we time up already.
Mhm.
Oh, we can stop here and we do it next time maybe.
Okay, either way, whichever you prefer.
Okay, just do a little bit maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Detailed explanation of the 8 classes of Dharma protectors. A brief explanation of the Asura realm. Regarding this species, Venerable Master Xuanhua said, Asura has a violent nature, blessed but not powerful, likes to fight, floating and sinking as karma leads. Sura is a Sanskrit word translated as unrighteous, which means ugly. The male Asura has an extremely ugly appearance and likes to fight with others. The female Asura has an extremely beautiful appearance and loves to fight with emotions. That is jealousy, enviousness, obstacles, ignorance, and afflictions.
Okay, stop right here. What do you think?
What?
Okay. Um, what do you think about this thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it makes sense that there could be beings like this because we see these sorts of characteristics in humans. So if
Yes.
someone, maybe, a human really held these characteristics strongly, then they could become an Asura, say maybe like someone who was a fighter, like worked in for the military and
Mm,
really enjoyed fighting and the rush that it gave them.
mm.
Um, it would make sense that they could reincarnate as a being like this.
Okay, good. Good one.
Although these sentient beings form a Dharma realm, no matter where in the six paths there are sentient beings who like to fight, are extremely hot-tempered and fierce, and only like to command others and not be commanded by others. Just like to rule others, but not liking to be controlled by anyone. Those are all manifestations of Asura. Asuras among humans are divided into evil and good. Good Asura is the army and generals in the country. Evil Asuras are robbers, thieves, and people who like to beat and kill others.
Mhm. So that's easy to understand, right?
Yes.
Mm. And they can form one Dhamma ram, right? That means Asura ram.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter where the six path, you know what are the six path?
Yes, the hells, hungry ghosts, the asuras, animal realm, the humans, and the devas.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So they are sentient souls. That means they also belong to the six path as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why sometimes in the Buddha teaching in the sutra, sometimes they refer at five paths instead of six paths. Six paths that means we include the asura at the one at the individual Dharma ram. Five paths that means we include the asura in all five paths instead of there no specific Dharma ram for the asura. You understand the five and the six together? Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Okay.
What was that?
Okay. The in here you see that asura can also have their own Dharma ram. We call asura Dharma ram.
Mm-hmm.
Or they also belong to the all six path or basically all the five path. That means there's
Okay.
no specific Dharma ram for a sutra, but they are like in all the have in heaven they do also have a sutra. In human they do also have a sutra, good and bad, right?
So
And
kind of
then
any being that acts like the asura, whether they're a human or a deva or whatever, they're considered an asura, even if they're in one of those other realms.
right, so the sometime in the sutra the Buddha only say that there are only five paths instead of six paths.
Mm,
That means exclude the sutra ram.
okay.
When we're talking about only five paths, that's what it means. So
Oh,
when you read the sutra, if the Buddha said the five part of samsara, that's what it means.
okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Asuras in heaven like to fight with heavenly soldiers and heavenly generals. All day long, they were only thinking about how to attack Sakra, the Lord of Gods, to overthrow the throne and to become Shakra. However, even though they fought all the time, they always lost. Why? Because although they are in heaven enjoying blessings, they have no power like Shakra. Therefore, even though they fought against heavenly soldiers and heavenly generals over and over again, they still failed in the end.
Mm. Mm. So in the heaven world, right, they also have a sutra, but they always fight with the Saka. Saka, they another name for Saka is intra, right? INDRA.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So they keep fighting that not only in the human world but in the heaven world, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting. But doesn't matter what they do, they still fail. Because why? They don't have that power like the heaven being, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
why sometimes we call Asura, it's just like the semi-God, semi, not the complete God, but semi. Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Among the animals, there are also asuras. They like to oppress their fellow creatures or other animals, such as wolves, tigers, and lions, who like to eat other animals because they have the nature of asuras. Snakes or eagles are also asuras. Asuras in the demon realm like to bully other demons. Demons also have good and evil types. Demons don't care about right or wrong. Since ancient times, demons have never known right from wrong, but demons are even more ignorant of right from wrong.
Mm.
Asura's violent nature. Asura's personality is very brutal, having the blessings and no power. They have the blessings of the gods, but do not have the power and authority of the gods. Therefore, they want to compete for rights, but cannot win. Look at the world today, a world of Asura. Everywhere there is talk of struggle and struggle. Fight for this, fight for that. You knock me down, I push you down.
Mm. Okay. No, this translation easy to understand.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah. You did the translation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Well, I use the Google Translate, but I also fix it most of them too
Oh,
to make
okay.
it to adjust it to the to make sense, right? In the
Yeah.
but the translator of Google Translator is very good.
Yeah. It really has gotten so good.
It helped a lot actually. Uh, so now we understand here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have a blessing that like heaven, but they have no power just like heaven. Their power, they do have power, but their power is not even to equal to the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But in this world, right now, did you see the world? It's crazy, don't you think?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the Buddha talking about 20 more than 25 years ago.
Yeah.
We keep fighting each other. We kill each other for what? Because the greedy, because the desire,
Mm-hmm.
because the the hatred, the resentment, because the ignorance, the worth it? No. Mm. And when we go to war, to stop the easy to open the war, right? But is that easy to stop the war?
No.
No. Yet, even though after the war stopped, right, the resentment that we carry on with each other, oh my God, it will be there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's why this war is have a lot of killing energy, and we live within the killing energy. That's why you see the COVID-19. It happened for a reason, don't you think?
Well, yeah, everything has a cause.
Right.
So,
Because the killing energy we have so much on this in this world, and that trigger that don't you think uh those come from the resentment, hatred?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
It could be a manifestation of those.
yeah. Don't you think could be the human make?
Mm-hmm.
The human make it disaster. The
Yeah.
nature make it not that disaster, right? Because the human make it turn into disaster. And oh,
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, there are theories it was made in a lab and it got out of the lab, and
yeah.
I think those are reasonable theories. We do though have, I mean, if you look at some of the old pandemics like Black Plague,
Uh-huh.
that was you know from nature and that was terrible. So I guess you know COVID could have just evolved in bats and then spread to humans. Um, it's hard, yeah. I don't think we'll. Who knows if we'll know for sure ever.
Uh, Actually, we have a lot of we in the past we have a lot of uh the what do you call this kind of pandemic come from the animal as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the pig, all those things they can fall into the human, but
Yeah.
we be able to stop it.
Yeah, none of the other ones like swine flu
Uh-huh.
or SARS, bird flu. Yeah, none of those were that bad.
Yeah, they we it happened. It with short time we be able to terminate it.
Mm-hmm.
But this time we cannot be able to do it. Even though we be able to control it, but still now still happen. We are not completely controlled. We
Mm-hmm.
not completely uh terminated.
Right, yeah.
That's crazy. That's terrible. Well, nature, we be able to try it and figure out how to do it, but the human manipulate it. It's very tough to. Well, we can be able to control this one, but the next time they come out with a different version, who know? We're human made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even worse, because they know the pattern and they know how to change it to make it even different.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And we don't know about the pharmacy for pharmaceutical. What do you call?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Uh,
pharmaceutical companies.
yeah, they they make a lot of money from this.
Yeah, for the vaccinations, absolutely.
Well, they save life, but at the same time they make a big business.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's really scary.
Yeah.
I heard there are a lot of sad things that during the COVID, for one whole family, more than 10 people die.
Wow.
That really sad.
Yeah.
Mm. In US, not elsewhere. And we have the best technology, but we still, you know what I mean? I cannot believe it. What can we do? That's why the Buddha said that everything comes from the mind, right? The mind becomes very powerful. But in which way? In the good way and also in the bad way. So technology is very good to help the living being, but at the same time, it's very good to destroy the human being. And everything they have both sides, right? Good and bad, depend on who use it. Well, the one who invented, the first time they come out, maybe they have a very good thinking, concern for the human being. But the bad guy use it, they they turn into the disaster. Crazy. Yep. That's crazy. Okay, we can stop right here. That's too much for you. Okay. Yeah, we can stop right here.
All right.
Hmm. That's really crazy. But anyway, but
May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise.
Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah.
All
Don't you
right.
think that learn like this, it enjoy, huh? Very good, huh?
Yeah,
Very good.
very nice.
Good, thank you.
Thank you, Ty.